What's the creepiest glitch in the Matrix or unexplainable thing that's ever happened to you? I live in a very remote area, so I know for a fact we're the only people out here. One night I was taking out the trash, and as I got close to the road, I clearly heard a woman's voice saying, "Help me." Even though I knew it was extremely unlikely there was anyone else around, I still felt like I had to check. I took a couple steps toward where I thought I heard it, and then I heard giggling. It was the same voice. I turned around immediately and walked away fast because, hell no, anyone who actually needs help is not gonna giggle. When I was a kid, my sister and I were walking home from the park and heard a man yelling for help. We found an open manhole, and it sounded like the voice was coming from inside, but we couldn't see him. I was 9 and panicked, thinking we had to climb down. My sister was 11 and said we should get our parents. When we came back with them, the man was gone. As an adult, I realized it was probably a prank, but at the time, it was really creepy. One time I was walking my dog and we were almost at the road when for some reason, I looked down, then turned back, and suddenly I was about 6 blocks away from where I thought I was. I was really confused. I looked at my dog and she was totally normal. I don't drink or do drugs and I'm still young. In 1985, my ex-wife and I were in bed. A streetlight cast a thin strip of light into the room. Our black Pomeranian was sleeping at the edge of the bed. I dreamed I woke up, reached out to pet him, and he turned into a black, slimy monster with glass-like teeth. I woke up because my ex was pulling the mattress up against the wall. I asked what happened, and she said, "What is that shiny black thing with teeth at the edge of the bed where the dog is?" We had the exact same nightmare at the same time. I still get chills thinking about it. I was working on my motorcycle in the mud. After crashing it, trying a trick, I used a wrench to loosen a bolt, then put it on the ground. 2 minutes. Later, it was gone. I searched everywhere, but nothing. I had a spare in the car, so I fixed the bike and went home. When I walked into my room, the wrench was sitting on my table. I was like, what the hell? It was a 10mm wrench, and those always disappear like that. I was driving about 50 miles per hour and saw a car run a stop sign and pull out in front of me. I braced for impact, and suddenly I was far down the road and saw that same car behind me. It felt like I should have crashed. I remember stopping in an intersection in a rural area, and while checking for cars, I saw my mom in my peripheral vision. She said, "It's clear on this side." I turned back and she was gone. She had been dead for years. I am sure I remember a dog that apparently never existed. When I was 16, my uncle had a Jack Russell named Crew. It disappeared and was found far away. Years later, no one remembers that dog and insists it never existed. My parents once said a letter I wrote never existed, but I later found it. Sometimes people just forget things. That doesn't mean they weren't real. One day, I left work at 6 p.m., took a train home, and fell asleep. I woke up near my stop, got home, and it was still about 6 p.m. My family was confused. I checked everything, and the time was correct. Later, my work records showed I left at 6. Like always, I still don't understand where that missing hour went. A year after my wife died, strange things started happening. I found old photos, and one time after vacuuming, I saw her diamond ring on the floor exactly where I had just cleaned it. Felt like she was telling me not to lose it. My friend Sarah was drunk at a club and suddenly felt the urge to tell a random guy that her leg hurt. She did, and he started crying. His father had died and promised to send a message from the afterlife using that exact phrase. When I was 12, I saw a face in the mirror that wasn't mine. I ran to my dad and he calmed me down. Years later, he told me he saw it too. That same night, we never figured out what it was. I had an important document I always kept in one drawer. One day it was gone. I searched everywhere and couldn't find it. In frustration, I said, just put it back. And later, it was there again in the same spot. When I was 13, my dad worked as a coal miner. He was strict and always tired. One day I woke him up, and instead of yelling, he asked me to hug him. I didn't. That night, there was an accident in the mine. He saved everyone else, but died himself. I'll never forget that moment. If someone asks you for a hug, just do it.